Good afternoon, everyone. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the show. By the way, Arthak, thank you very much for the 22-month resub. Thank you. Before we go too farther, I should technically move this into just chatting. I should, because we're probably going to be here for another 10 minutes at least. So, for liability purposes, I'm going to move us over to the smorgasbord that is just chatting, and hopefully the whole channel doesn't light on fire for this one particular segment here. Oh, thank you. These are the earring, one of the sets of earrings I wore during the Skyfall video. Yes, 22 months of putting up with my bullshit. We love to see it. Yes, I put out a call on Twitter this morning. It's like, I don't know what I want to wear. So I put it out to a vote, and y'all picked the district attorney outfit. I just made a little change to it, that's all. A nice, sassy, wonderful change. And I'm sure you're all gonna love it. It's not like me to be so covered up. I know. Turn for Edwin, you're right. So, we will, of course, be playing Sonic Forces, which is, of course, another lovely game feature in this fellow over here. But before we do that, something happened today on this platform. Something so stupid, I simply cannot begin this show proper until I have an opportunity to address it. So, you did vote. You voted for this. That overwhelming majority you wanted to see the district attorney, which is basically what I call this outfit. So, congratulations on winning that. So, hello, by the way, Atomize, Straffen, Zilla, Chew, Rainbow, Zilla, Pink Frost, Simbaka, Windy City Misfit, and everyone else is here so far. Exactly, these are pants. The pants. Skin doesn't do this. These are pants. But for the purposes of discussion, I'm going to scoot a little bit further just for this one segment. So, I don't know if you know this, but Twitch put out a video today. You can't find it anymore. What could they put a video of that that they couldn't keep up? Well, golly gee, I just happened to secure a copy of it so we can watch it anyway. Yeah. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. So, allow me to get my browser window up here. So, before we go anywhere, I'm not gonna tell you anything about this video. If you haven't seen this video, I'm not gonna tell you about it yet. We're just gonna watch it. Now, for liability purposes, I do state the following. I have zero grievance with anyone who's featured in the video. I have no philosophical problem with any of them. I'm sure they're all fine, wonderful people. But, we're gonna watch, and I'm gonna see if you can guess what the problem is. Minute long, here we go.
New generation, look, black, white, pink, yellow, everybody's in the street. This is humanity, so this is real.
One of the biggest pieces of the Black Lives Matter movement is being heard. Even if you aren't able to raise the money yourself, you can utilize the platform that your viewership has given you to increase the volume of those who aren't being heard right now.
We have so many people of color and so many people in the black community. We need to be there to fight for them.
Black people don't have the same right and we don't have the same power that people around us have here.
We cannot let more black people die just because of the color of their f***ing skin.
Black men and women have a right to be heard, a right to live. Get involved because equality for all is what should have been in place from the start.
Thank you so much. 3K in one day.
Oh my God, we did it! Thank you so much, everyone.
This is just the beginning.
What is wrong with this picture? So, class, can you spot the problem? What is this for? Pink Frost. This was an official Twitch video posted at about... Let me hide the monitor just because I'm pulling up my actual Twitter here. Posted at about 4 hours ago with the caption, "Working together to make an impact for Black Lives." I think I actually have a picture of the tweet here. That was the tweet. Working together to make an impact for Black Lives. So, class, have you figured out the problem? This was official. This was incredibly official. Yeah, so this is a video about Elevating black voices. Where were the black voices? Like what was going on? So okay. Well, let's start at the top here. Let's start at the top.
We are
That's not the stop. That's not the stop.
black, white, pink, yellow, everybody's in the street.
By the way, this video, I should point out, is not the original Twitch video. It is the credit for this goes to, gosh, what was the guy's name? I jacked this from someone else's Twitter account. This was from a user by the name of Too Rude Remy on Twitter. He's the one who salvaged the video. I'm gonna pull that back up here. So we're gonna start out here. Everything's fine. This is perfectly fine.
New generation, look, black, white, pink, yellow, everybody's in the street. This is humanity, so this is real.
One of the biggest pieces of the Black Lives Matter movement is being heard, even if you
And here's where you can kind of tell something's a little weird. The plane's at takeoff speed, but it hasn't quite taken off yet. It's still kind of hovering on the ground. Thank you, Avaya Ascension. Mwah, thank you. So, I mean,
you aren't able to raise the money yourself, you can utilize the platform that your
We
viewership
have-
has given you to increase the volume of those.
we have someone who is providing a voiceover. Perfectly reasonable, perfectly cromulent. But, correct me if I'm wrong here, but this was mostly white people? But okay, let's keep going.
Those who aren't being heard right now.
We have so many people of color and so many people in
The airplane is still stuck on the ground. It's going too fast for takeoff speed. Well, it's going too fast to slow down. We like to call, in the airplane business, they call this V1. V1 is the velocity at which aborting takeoff is no longer possible. So they're committed at this point. We are 20 minutes into this, and this is still kind of weird.
the black community. We need to be there to fight for them.
Black people don't.
Okay, we're getting there now. We have a voice. We're 22 seconds in, and we have a voice of someone on the platform. Yes. Let's keep going.
Have the same right, and we don't have the same power that people.
Battle Cat, I as much as enjoyable as your banter is, it's not the least bit relevant to what we're doing on, so I'm not gonna address it till we're done here.
People around us have here.
We cannot let
Now, see, okay, we're gonna go back here. Airplane is finally starting to take off a little bit. It's made it off the ground. The pilots are breathing a sigh of relief.
Same power that people around us have here.
we cannot let more black
Now it has slowly started to fall back down, and it's done a hard strike on the runway.
people die just because of the color of their fucking skin.
Black men and women have a right
There has now been a tail strike, and the number 2 engine is on fire.
to be heard, a right to live. Get involved because equality for all is what should have been in place from the start.
Thank you so much. 3K in one day.
The wing is now on fire, and it's starting to disintegrate.
Oh my God, we did it! Thank you so much, everyone.
This is just the beginning.
And the plane has now officially crashed into the hotel that was next to the runway. Yeah. Like, okay, let's go. First of all, again, like I said, I have no issue with anyone who appeared in the video. They're all wonderful people. All wonderful allies. So say the right things, believe the right things. They're all open, accepting people. I have zero issue with the people itself in this video. I'm sure they're all fine, wonderful people. I have a bit of an issue with the marketing department that conjured this up. Little bit of a problem with that. You've made this video about elevating black voices, creators, of which there are more than quite a few on this platform. There's lots of them. They're not hard to find. And you featured 2? Like, you showed off the rallies. You did that. That's great. Okay. And then you got this Dr. Lupo guy. Again, I'm sure he's a fine, wonderful person. I have no problem with him. Then you featured Bliss Kai. You featured. You didn't actually give them a voice. You just kind of put them on as background while Lupo's talking. This person didn't actually get a voice. Then finally, you brought out Zombie Kills. You brought out Zombie Kills so they could have a voice in here. So at 22 seconds, they finally got a voice. That finally happened.
We don't have the same right and we don't have the same power that people around us have here.
And then the duration is entirely white people.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
Like at the end, they show off someone who did a whole bunch of people who did assorted charities for the Minnesota Freedom Fund, which was a very major cause that people were starting to fundraise for at the start of June, which was a wonderful cause. Exactly. And for me, the more fitting tribute would have been to feature the channel that did like $300,000 in one day. Class, do you know who that channel was? I'm legitimately asking you because I don't know. I don't remember. I would have loved for them to feature that there. They did it. It was the monumental thing, and they chose not to talk about that one here for some reason. Actual black content creators who raised a shitload of money for this cause. Why weren't they in this? Why weren't they here? I'm not, look, $3,000 ain't nothing to spit at. That's a lot of money, but that's 10% of what the actual black content creators raise. So, again, none of these people in this video have problems. I don't mind them. It's the people who cut this video together like, I bet you this'll land well. I bet you this goes great. It's like, look, I get it. Twitch's offices are closed. You're all working from home now. When you're working from home, sometimes you're just watching the clock. Sometimes it happens. It's been known to happen. And maybe you've been staring at your laptop for so long that you're like, screw it, let's rubber stamp it. So what's the worst that could happen? I don't know if that's going on or what, but I know for me, if I'm this guy, I'm pissed. I wouldn't want to be associated with this video, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have creative control over this. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. I'm saying I'm sure Mr. Crank Gameplays over here would not have agreed to be in this if he'd known that he was going to get like 40% of the airtime on this thing. So suffice to say, it kind of blew up and the video can't be located anymore. Exactly, he talked about on YouTube, he's upset, he has every right to be pissed off. This guy should be pissed, and he is pissed. And I don't got a problem with him. He's perfectly fine. Again, every single person in this video, perfectly wonderful person. They're all fantastic. I got zero issue with any of these people. I got a problem with these dinguses. This dingus is the one who cut the thing together. That's the problem. Just, ugh. Like, don't get me wrong. We love allies. We are the people who should be elevating the voices of those around us, should be championing their causes with respect, but also have to know when it's not our turn to speak. Like, if you've got a diversity panel and it's full of white people, you fucked up. That's not how this works. I'm sorry, I'm going to call a spade here. For example, look, I am a drag queen. I am not actually gay. I know to some of you that might be a revelation, but I'm not actually gay. So if Twitch were to come to me and say, hey, Pib, how would you love a front page spot for Twitch Pride Month? And I'm going to be like, I'm flattered, but I don't think I'm the person you should be listening to. I'm not gay. I didn't grow up gay. I didn't go through the existential crisis. I didn't have to question my existence, question my very being. I don't draw from them. I would not be the person that should have that kind of platform. And in this case, again, they're all wonderful people, but they're not who I would have chosen to listen to for this. Again, they're all fantastic people. It's like going to a sporting event, and then for 3 hours, you're just watching the crowd. Don't get me wrong, a crowd shot is fantastic every now and then. It lets you see what's going on. But I didn't, of course, remember back when sporting events had crowds. But anyway, yes, allies are great, but they shouldn't make up 90% of a video with the message support black voices. You hit the nail on the head there, Zilla. But yeah, if I'm going to a sporting event, I'm not going there just to watch the crowd. Unless this guy's in it.
Grab his dick and twist it! Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. You twist that dick! Twist his dick! Twist his dick! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, dick twist!
That guy's the exception. The old dick twist. Exactly. Couldn't even get Big John, for Christ's sake. Yeah. Here, I'll show it to you again.
Grab his dick and twist it! Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. You twist that dick! Twist his dick! Twist his dick! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, dick twist!
What did you just come into? Hi, Low Wolf. Welcome to the show. Oh, we were tearing the Twitch video a new asshole. And you're on it there, Lictar. Look, I do a drag show. This is very drag. Now, I am an ally. But I will accept that there are certain times where I should not be the voice. I can be part of a crowd, but I should not be the voice. I don't know if I feature what Twitch said when they deleted the tweet. Now let's have a look here. Says here, we hear you. Our goal was to demonstrate the importance of allyship, a message we didn't make clear. Only by working together can we create a positive change. And only by having a marketing department that hasn't gone completely around the bend can we effectively communicate this message. I know. Look in. It starts off great.
New generation, look, black, white, pink, yellow, everybody's in the street. This is humanity, so this is real.
One of the biggest
Again, first 6 seconds. Fantastic.
pieces of the Black Lives Matter movement is being heard.
After that, this part's not bad, but now you've got Blitzkai on here, and Blitzkai's not the one doing the talking.
Even if you aren't able to raise the money yourself, you can utilize the platform that your viewership has given you to increase the volume of those who aren't being heard right now.
We have so
Exactly. Lift and uplift don't speak for. So, the first black voice actually comes in here at 22 seconds. They're here for about another A, and then it's just plane tail strike, wings on fire, plane crashes into the hotel. Exactly. So that is the marketing video that was so bad Twitch had to remove it. I'm gonna take this guy off the screen because again, nobody in the video is the problem. They're all wonderful people, fantastic people. Nobody who's in the video is the problem. Except this guy. This guy's the problem. This guy. Yeah. Yeah, the video wasn't what allyship they're trying. I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know what the video was about. They're saying it's about allyship, and I'm like, really? It's about allyship? That's not what I got out of this. Like, let's look at the tagline again. Support black voices. That's not really allyship. Support black creators. I mean, that kind of is. Black communities, I suppose, but support black Twitch. This is the problem. You didn't show black Twitch. You didn't. It's out there. It's not hard to find. You didn't show it. This is like me releasing a video called Horses, 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 and there's not a single horse in the damn thing. This is like, remember when Clark W. Griswold put his whole family into the Wagon Queen family truckster from Chicago and took off all the way for California? Imagine if he'd gone to Arizona and went, oh shit, we forgot the car. How did we get this far? Like seriously, how did we get to Arizona without the car? Ugh. It's ridiculous is what it is. Let me scroll up and read chat a little bit here. Yeah, they didn't really get any black streamers involved in this. We wonder how many people signed off on this thing before it went out the door. I wanted to see, here's my question is, who made the decision to yank it? Was it someone in the same department, or was it someone went, what the hell have you kids been doing over here? Because, yeah, all this shit came from VODs. It wasn't a live statement or anything. And then they just yanked it off. Like, ooh, shit, we fucked up. Aw, you adore me, Rainbow Blob. Aw, thank you. But again, my job is to uplift, but not speak for. Like if someone says, hey, Pibby, please come on my podcast. I want to hear about drag on Twitch. I got about another 45 names you should be talking to before you talk to me. You're going to feature me, it's going to be for something that's not that. You want to talk about retro games, dissecting bullshit videos like this? I'm your queen. You want to talk about the LGBTQ experience, I'm going to throw someone else at you, because I'm not the voice that should be heard here. For me, that is, when do I step back? When does this not become my thing to do? And that's one of those things right there. All right. And did Twitch tell the streamers? I might be actually able to find out that I might know one or two people who have check marks and might be able to answer that question. But we wouldn't know right now because I'm not partnered. But Elix and Deer have been in videos like, not this video specifically, ones that weren't made with their heads firmly lodged up their asses. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the video they did on Sunday. They honest to God put out a late video for Pride Month. And what was it? It said that the G in LGBTQ stood for gamer. You know, I'm not sure that that's actually what it stands for. I mean, 5 years ago that might have been a cute joke, but today? I don't know about that, boss. This is 2020. We don't really have the patience for this shit anymore. I'm not making that up, by the way. That happened while we were live on Sunday. But, you know, we were playing Illbleed, so we were kind of yeah, the exact was when the G in LGBTQIA plus also stands for gamer. It was a little gauche. And again, we probably wouldn't be lighting this on fire nearly as bad if it was only the first screw up they made in a calendar week. But this is the second misfire from their marketing department this week. Actually, technically this month. Yeah, Sunday was Sunday was the 5th. That was weird. You'll give Twitch the benefit of the doubt and think they're well-meaning idiots rather than bigots, but yeah, do better. I mean, I don't think they're racist, and I don't think they're bigots. I just think on occasion they're idiots. By the way, I would like to formally announce that I am nominating myself to be a marketing director inside of Twitch. You may be wondering, you may be interested in finding out what my qualifications are. They are as follows. I have a 2-year associate's degree. Admittedly, it's not in marketing. It's in IT systems and hardware administration. Very related to marketing if you stretch the definition out about 3 city blocks. I know how to work Sony Vegas, so I can cut videos. I'm 99% certain that the G in LGBTQIA means gay, but I am willing to Google it to find out for sure. And perhaps most importantly is I can put black content creators in promo videos advocating for them. It's not that difficult. Oh yeah, marketing department requires an IT support department, especially one that knows how to work your Macintosh because those marketing types love using Macintoshes so much. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, to me it's like, did anyone, again, seriously, did no one step back and think this was no one? You didn't want to, Look, sometimes if I'm working on something, I'll show it to interested parties to see what they think. I'll do that. Hi, Cats. I thank for the follow. But yes, I'll show it to people. I got some people that, hey, what is it? What do you think about this? And they'll go, Pibby, it's awesome, or Pibby, this is shit. And this thing, this was shit. GG. Twitch. Yeah, are they in a hurry to get it out? I don't get it. Like, okay, so if you were trying to get this in for Black History Month, that was 5 months ago, so I'd say you missed the deadline on that one. Ay. Again, look, I'm not a marketing genius, but, you know, sometimes I see, ooh, that was questionable, or ooh, I don't know. Whatever. All right. I believe this concludes me touching on a topical issue for the day. And now we will move on to the other topic of the day. I'll just get the stream reclassified here real quick, because y'all came here to watch Sonic Forces, and damn it, I'm going to give it to you. So the stream is now being reclassified as such. The local lifeguard wanted a special team for emergencies, and no less than 6 people approved t-shirts for the Fast Action Response Team with the acronym in big letters on the back. Okay, so there is this brief moment in Canadian politics. I'll get to that flap in just a moment, Heron. Yeah, exactly. They're all trying to do something, and I mean, the thing is, it's like, we know it's just because you want money. We know that's what it is. It's like, okay. See, okay, I gotta get... Now, the problem is now I got like 3 anecdotes all queued up here. Yes. Like, there is this video that was kind of way ahead of its time. You recall maybe 8 to 10, anywhere from 8 to 12 years ago. I think it was maybe, okay, 8 to 10 years ago. When Chick-fil-A started getting kind of, you know, chewed out on account of the whole donating to anti-gay charities and things like that. Kind of a bad look. John Goodman did a video for the satire website Funny or Die, in which he played a version of Colonel Sanders. It was a very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type video, whereupon the nice Colonel Sanders would say how about, in light of the Chick-fil-A controversy, how much he loved the gays. And then it would also cut to a Mr. Jekyll part, where it's all dark and sinister, where he's basically just saying, I don't give a shit about you, what do I gotta say to get your money? That skit was totally ahead of its time. We need all to see that again sometime. Yeah, John Goodman, as the Colonel, is saying, what do I gotta do to get your money? What do I gotta do to do that? So yeah, you gotta be very careful when you see companies making statements like this, because, you know, I mean, it's one thing to say these things, it's one thing to say this shit, it's another to back it up. Okay, I bet you, if that was the video, my bad. Mods, links to VIPs and above, but yeah, that's probably. I'm so proud of you that you knew what I was talking about. Thank you. I was gonna say the other anecdote related to that fart story you just told me is way back in Canadian politics around turn of the century. They were coming up with a new conservative party. They wanted it was basically supposed to be a combination of the Tories or the what the hell are they called? The Progressive Conservative Party of Canada and the Reform Party. So they wanted to call it the Canadian Reform Alliance Party. And it held for about a solid weekend before they figured out the acronym was crap. And then they changed it to something else. Canadian Alliance or some shit like that. But sometimes people don't think about this shit. Alright. Moving right along. Sonic Forces.